Okay, sorry y'all to cut that last one a little short there. So I only get 15 minutes to record these videos. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start filling in the instructions, CSS for this part right here. So I don't want to rush at this, but I feel like I have to because of the 15-minute limit. But I'm gonna try to just take it slow. Okay, so let's fill this out right here. Let's see here. We're kind of like on the top of the web page, so I'm gonna start up here. And there is also a div that we are working with called container right here. So we're gonna try to fill out all the CSS for these right here: container, top container, title, instructions, stuff like that. Okay, so let's do that. Container. Pixels, border 2 pixels solid, RGB, RGB. Do display flex. Want the flex direction to be a column. Stuff on center. We use align items on this one because it's a flex direction is column, versus if we didn't have that there, then it'd be like justify content, I believe, center. We're gonna use like this gradient background. I got this gradient background like off one of those generators. I don't memorize this kind of stuff. I look at a generator, okay, and then it looks good. That's what I want, so I'll use that. Make it easy on ourselves. So then we're gonna get to the title, top title here. Do display flex on that also. Flex direction, it's going to be column, and we're going to give that a width of 400 pixels, height 70 pixels. Okay, we got display flex already. I would actually try to, I gotta get my conventional stuff going. Probably should put this first. However way you guys want to do it, I gotta try to just keep my code organized. So then we're gonna do an align items center. Okay, font size 20 pixels, and then color 53. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and now we're gonna do the top title. We're gonna do the H2 tag. Okay, so we'll target that. Gonna give it a little bit of a margin on the top. Okay. Instructions. So now we're gonna do the instructions container. Gonna do another display flex on that. Direction column, item center, and width 100 pixels, margin bottom 20 pixels. Okay, and then let's do the instructions part. Width 360, which is the size of the video. Try to keep it like at that, aligned with that. Font size 11 pixels. Color is 100. Okay. Instructions, gonna target the P tags that I have in there. Okay, I'm gonna give him those a margin 2 pixels top and bottom. There's a YouTube link class that we had. Don't want no margin on the top, but margin on the sides. Okay, we're also gonna put a display flex right here. Extraction. It's gonna be column. This one is gonna be flex start. Take a look at that. Okay, got the instructions. Okay, we're gonna do. We're gonna start working on this part right here. Okay, let's do this. Let's see, div, last name, top button container. We have our button. On click, and show webcam. Disabled. Disable cam button. Class name, another conditional based on disable cam button. If we disable it, we want to show that like in a style, so we'll do disable cam button, and then if it's not disabled, then we just show the cam button style, and then that would be that, and then we're gonna have enable cam text, so that's gonna misspell right here, so go with that. We're gonna have a text here that's gonna be conditional. Okay, because there's gonna be some conditions on that. I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, so then we have that. Okay, so that's the top portion of like the app, with like this part, not this part yet, but this part. Okay, so we have show webcam already. We have to do these two: disable cam button and enable cam text. So let's check that out. So we have enable cam text, which is good. I have a default of what I use for that. I say enable camera to start detection. This actually changes because if they don't have it enabled, if they're not permissions, I actually give another label for that. So we'll work with that one, and then there's also to disable the camera. So let's see here. We're gonna disable cam button and set that. Disable cam button. Disable cam button. I'm gonna use state for that, and we're going to set that to false. To be able to enable it, but there's still gonna be a condition on these two right here, and then let's see here. Gonna take a quick look at that. Okay, let's style up this button right here. Okay, so we have, let's see here, we got cam button and disable. So let's go to our styles here. We already have cam button, disable cam button, and there's stop. So let's see here, cam button, that's the one that we want. Okay, so we're gonna basically just style that button, almost like similar to what we have up here, just a little bit different. I'm gonna actually copy this. paste it, because most of these things are going to actually be the same. So the width is actually just going to be bigger, 260, 45. It's going to have a font size of 11. I'm not going to have a margin. Okay, font weight's going to be the same, uppercase. Okay, that looks good. Black, got white. I didn't put a border on this one, so let's take that out. Okay, in fact, I'm gonna put border none. There is a radius 45. We do have a box shadow, drop shadow here. So let's do that. So it's 0 pixels, 8 pixels, 15 pixels, RGBA, and that's 0, 0.1. And then we have a transition that looks good, pointer good. Okay, so let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and when I look kind of closely, the stop button, it's not like with the same style. So let's take a look at that. The stop button. Okay, that's not the right way to spell it. So let's see here. Yeah, that looks good now. It has that round kind of style to it. Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this middle part right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go, so this right here, this is top container. Okay, right here. Okay, we just did a top button container, which has the this part right here. Okay, so we're gonna go underneath that div. So it's underneath this one. Okay, and then we're gonna do div class name graphic display. Probably should have named that container, because all these containers. And then this one I have class name. Okay, and this is gonna be conditional. Model status. This one has like it has a conditional to it because it has like an animation to it. And then the model status, so we're going to use a use state for that to show that text. Okay, div, and underneath that div class name, let's see, garbage status CSS. Okay, and I'm gonna try to quickly explain something in a moment here. So garbage status. Okay, it's gonna show the garbage status, like if it's picked up or not. And then we're gonna have another icon here. Trash can. CSS. Yeah, these have to be conditional because if it picked up or not, it's gonna show some animation and things like that. So yeah, these have to be conditional. Like the way I did these ones right here, it's conditional based like on this button. But I changed some wording on this one, so I actually put this CSS in the actual like use state text up at the top here. So let's do that. So let's do we can come right down here. So before I get into that, I'm gonna go into the next video, guys, because I'm getting past my limit. Okay.